Hi, I'm Marie from Crochet A to Z, and welcome to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please push that subscribe button. If you have, thank you for being here. I want to thank you all and welcome you all. And I also want to hope that everyone had a very Merry Christmas, and we're looking forward to the new year now. But I hope you all had a great Christmas with your family and your friends, and that you had a great time, that you got a chance to relax, good food, good company. So I hope you were able to do that. So today I want to show you this really great stitch that someone showed me a while ago, and I said, oh, that's really nice. I kept it in my little brain, and I said, oh, let's hold it for some time in the future. And I want to show you how to do this really incredible stitch. It's really pretty. It's really easy, beginner to advanced. I'm going to show you how to do it. I go slow. I'm visual. I like for you to get what I'm doing. I want you to be able to write it down. If you want to get some yarn and a crochet hook and do it with me, that'd be great as well. This is a Lion Brand yarn, and I used a G hook for this one. And I used one of my really cute crochet hooks that my daughter-in-law got me. And yes, this is one of my favorite things, one of many. If you haven't checked some of my posts, the short videos, please check to see if your name is on there. And if it is, and I also, if you sent me a comment, I would have sent you something saying you won one of my favorite things. Check your comments that you sent me to see if you won one of my favorite things. If you have, email me at crochetA to Z at yahoo.com. So it's really easy to get in touch with me there. So let's get started on this easy stitch. It's the weave stitch. It's kind of like the basket weave, but it's not. It's abbreviated. It's an abbreviated basket stitch, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to make. What you have to do with this is you have to do multiples of 6 plus 6 plus 6 until you get to your desired amount. So 6 plus 6 plus 6 until you get to the amount that whatever you're going to make. You can make scarves with this, Afghans, shawls, baby blankets, sweaters. You can make hats with it. I'm going to show you how in a future video. You can make a lot of things with this. You can also, if you wanted to, you could make a nice cover for a computer, an iPad, your phone. You can make a pocketbook with this stitch. It's just great. And then if you wanted to, you could line it. It's really a great stitch. I want to show you that the front and the back do not look alike, but they're both really pretty because you get a nice stitch back here as well. So, and in the front, you get a nice textured stitch. So I'm going to show you just how easy this is to make. So what we're going to do is for this, again, I used an H hook. For this particular one, I'm going to use a J hook. And I am going to actually use a Red Heart Super Saver yarn. And I am going to, this is called, let's get it right there, Soft White. And what I did was I wanted to use a J hook because I wanted you to see the stitch so really well. And actually, no matter what crochet hook you use, it'll look great. But I've used an H hook on this, I've used an I hook, and I've used a J hook, and I like the way it looks no matter what. So whatever yarn you want to use, whatever hook it tells you to use, that's fine. So again, like I said, we're going to do 6 plus 6 plus 6 until we get to your desired length. And this is a weave stitch. So it's kind of like a basket weave, but it's not really. So we're going to chain 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And we have 24 chains. These are your chains. For those of you that are new, this is your slip knot, not considered a chain, and this is your working chain. And again, I'm using a J hook. So now what we're going to do is we're going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4. And in that next stitch, we're going to do a double crochet. If you've never done a double crochet, you yarn over, you go into the chain, you pull up a loop, you yarn over, you go through 2, you yarn over, you go through 2. Again, yarn over, go into the chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. I go slow. For those that are new, I go slow. If you want to write it down, you can write it down, whatever I'm doing. If you want to follow me and get a crochet hook in your yarn, you can do that too. I go slow. I am visual. Many of my viewers are visual. I like to make it easy so that you can walk away and say, I learned this stitch. I know what I've got to do. I'm going to buy my yarn tomorrow. Or I'm going to run out tonight and get my yarn and get started on a project. With this particular stitch, you can make scarves, Afghans, shawls, baby blankets. You can make sweaters, hats. I'm going to show you how to make a hat with this stitch later on in another video. You could make a pocketbook, a purse, an evening bag with it, with the special kind of yarn that you wanted. You could even make a carrier or a cover for your iPad or your computer, even your phone. So now we're going to do a double crochet to the very end. Now, like I said, we're going to do 6 plus 6 plus 6 until you get to whatever size you want for whatever your project is. And we're just going to keep doing a double crochet until we get to the end. And I'm going to pull my yarn because, so we'll do that till the end. My husband, who is he usually gets my yarn, and I ask him, can you make, he likes to do it. He says, I'll do it while I'm watching TV. And he rolls much of my yarn into the little balls you all often see. He does that for me. So he's one of my favorite things, but because he does that for me, for my crochet. And he's one of my biggest fans, so. Sometimes at night, it's easier to roll them, I think. When I'm doing projects, the yarn for me flows a lot easier. So what I said is we're going to do a double crochet right to the end of, and this is what you're going to end up with. These are your double crochets. For those of you that are new, and like I said, for those of you that are new to this, I go slow so you can write it down. You can follow me. So now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1, just 1. And once we chain 1, we're going to turn our work. And what we're going to do is we're going to do right in this first, where your chain 1 is, we're going to do a single crochet. So right here, we're going to do single crochet. And then in the next one, we're going to do another single crochet right here. We're going to do another single crochet, and then we're going to do a third single crochet. So we're going to do 3 single crochets, 1, 2, 3. We're going to do 3. Now, in the next one, we're going to do a front post double crochet. So we're going to yarn over. We're going to go in the back of this front of this double crochet. In the back of it, we're going to pull this yarn and pull it around in the back. We're going to yarn over. We're going to pull through 2. We're going to yarn over, and we're going to pull through 2. And that's a front post double crochet. I do have a video on how to do front post double crochets. Now we're going to make another front post double crochet. And we're going to make another front post double crochet. Yarn over, go to the front, from the front, go around the double crochet, yarn over, pull that yarn through to the back, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And we have 3 front post double crochets. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 single crochets. We're going to do 1, we're going to do 2, we're going to do 3. Now we're going to do again 3 front post double crochets. 1, 2, 3. I go slow too because I like to get what would be seemingly a difficult stitch, and I want to make it easy for not only the person that's been crocheting for a while, but also for the person that's never crocheted before. And that's what I want to do. That's what my goal is. So now we're going to do 3 single crochets. Now I want to mention that this is going to be a 2-row repeat. And we're going to do 1, 2, 3 single crochets. Now we're going to do front post double crochets. We're going to do 3. 1, 2, 3, right here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 single crochets. So we're going to go in here and do a single crochet, go in the next one, do a single crochet, and go into the last stitch, and we're going to do a single crochet. And that's what we're doing right now. So I want to show you that. This is what we've done so far. We've done the bottom here for the double crochets, and then we started our rows. So now what we're going to do is this is going to be where the repeat begins. You're going to chain 1, and we're going to turn our work. 2-row repeat. Now we're going to do a single crochet in every stitch across. This is going to be a 2-row repeat. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a single crochets. So we did 1, we did 2, we did 3. Now we're going to go across and we're going to do every one across. For every stitch that we made from below, we're going to put a single crochet. Every stitch, we're going to do a single crochet. And what you're looking at right now is the back portion of this. This is your front portion of your weave, and this is your back portion. So that's what you're looking at right now, these little bumps. So I wanted to show you that as well. And that's the bumps. See the bumps? So what we're going to do is, like I said, we're going to go right across and do our single crochet. And we can do that right across. And now you have all your single crochets on the back side of this that we did. On the we'll call it the wrong side, but somebody may like this side better than they like the other side. That's up to you. So now, as always, at the end, you're always going to finish with the chain one, and you're going to turn your work. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 single crochets across. 1, 2, 3. And like I said, this is your 2-row repeat. So now you're starting with your second row because you did all your single crochets. Now this is your second row from your 2-row repeat. So you're going to go. Now this is where I want to mention, you're not going to go into the single crochets to do the back, to do the double crochet, the front post double crochet. You're not going to go into the chains, or should I say the single crochets. You're going to go right below it. So right below it, you're going to go in here and you're going to make your back post double crochet, and you're going to make 3. So here I go again. You're going to look, and I'm going to show you. You're going to look right here, and you're going to go right in there, and you're going to make your back post double crochet. Or I should say, I'm sorry, your front post double crochet. And again, you're going to go in here and make your front post double crochet. And see how you're starting to get that bump out? See how pretty that looks? And you're getting that flat here and the bump out here. Now we're going to go into the next 3 and we're going to do a single crochet. So what we're doing now is we're doing this. We're doing this row. We're doing this and we're doing that. And now what we're going to do is, after we did our 3 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, we're going to do our front post double crochets. So again, we're going to go right in here, and I'm going to show you. You can find it. Go right in here, and you're going to do your front post double crochet, and you're going to pull that, and that's going to be your front post, and that's number 1. Number 2, right here, right below your single crochet row. And here's the next one right here, and you're going to pull that through, and you're going to make your front post double crochet. See how it's starting to show you that nice little bump out? And now you're going to do your 3 single crochets. This weave stitch is really pretty. It's the weave, the basket stitch minus the basket. So now what we're going to do again is we're going to do our front post double crochet. And we're going to go right in here, and we're going to pull up the next one right below it. We're going to see that we're almost actually going around. You could say that we're going around the single crochet at the bottom of it, just at the bottom of it. We're grabbing it, but not into the single crochet. We're going around it almost. Actually, that's what we're doing. So that's what I want to say, is you're not going into the stitch of the single crochet, but around it, below it, just around it. So now we're going to look at this, and we're going to do, and I want to show you, 1, 2, 3, and we want to do that, and then we want to do, right here, 1, 2, 3. So think of it that you're doing the front post double crochet, you're wrapping it around the single crochet. Just think of it as that. You're going just below it, but you're wrapping it. And there it is right there. So now we're going to do at the end here, we're going to do 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. Now once again, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work around. And we always turn our work around. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do single crochets across. So we're going to do our single crochets across, so that we can make way. When we do our single crochet, your 2-row repeat, this is the start of your 2-row repeat. You do your single crochets across, and then what you're going to do in the next row is you're going to do 3 single crochets, 3 front post double crochets, and you're going to repeat it right across. And once I do this, I'm going to put this down so you can see what we did. And then I'm going to grab the other color, and we're going to look at that. Because I like you to see it in more than one color. I usually do that to show you the work in more than one color. This would actually be beautiful in any color that you wanted. My dog just squeaking her toys. She is like so happy because she got a lot of toys from everybody. So this is it, and this is the front of it. Now I'm going to zoom in good so you can see it. And I want you to see, these are where your front posts are, and this is the middle where your single crochets are. And then on the bottom of those, I want you to always remember that that's where we have our single crochets. So I want you to remember that. So I'm going to switch over to the other color that I have, because I want you to see me do it in both colors. So let's go back to this color. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit. And here it is in this color here, and there's the 3 front post double crochets and the 3 single crochets. Now I want you to see when I ended this in making the front post double crochets, and then I'm going to do the single crochets. I want you to see it in both colors. Now we're going to chain 1 as always, and we're going to turn our work. We're going to do single crochets right across. So let me show you. A front post double crochet right here. And I want you to see it in this because I want you to be able to see. And then 3 single crochets. 1, 2, right in here, 2, 3. Now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1. We always turn our work around, and now we're going to do single crochets across. So this is, we're going to do a single crochet in every stitch across. And like I said, I like to go slow so that you can see what I am doing. So I'm going to move that over, and I'm going to just do my single crochets. In every stitch across. So this consists of your slip knot, your chains, your single crochets, your double crochets, and your front post double crochets. But if you're a newbie, you can do this, because I want to make it so that you can do this. So now we single crocheted right across. We did what we did here, and I want to put them both together so you can see. This is the back end of that, and that's the front end of it on this side. But you may want to do the opposite, because you may like this side. So now once we do finish our row and we chain 1, at the end of every row we're going to turn our work, and we're going to single crochet in 1, in 2, and in 3. Now we're going to do our front post double crochet. So it's like I said, it's at the bottom. It's kind of like at the bottom, and it actually is right at the bottom of the single crochet. So there's a little, like a little loop right there. And you're going to go in there, and you're going to do your front post double crochet. Now you're going to go into the next one, and you can see it. It's got a little, like a little thing there. It's just like, and you go in there, and you do another front post double crochet. And then we're going to go right across, and we're going to do our front post double crochets. And this is how it looks. Now we're going to do single crochet, single crochet, single crochet, 3 single crochets. Now our front post double crochets at the rim of that single crochets from below. And here. And here they are. Now we're going to do our single crochets. So we're going to get our single crochets, and you're going to look 1, 2, 3. So we're going to do our single crochets, 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to do our front post double crochet, and we're going to do 3. And we're going to do another one. Now, everybody crochets differently. I've said this in the past. Some people crochet tight, some people crochet looser. I happen to be a tight crocheter. Everybody does it differently. Neither one is wrong. So I want to mention that. So I want to show you just how pretty this stitch is. And there it is. Now I want to show you the back of it. That's the back of it. I want to show you in the white. There's the front of it. And that's why I wanted to do it in a bigger hook, because I wanted you to see the... So there it is. There's your single crochets. There's your bump out for your front post double crochets. And here's the back. And there's your single crochets and then your bump outs from the front post double crochet. So now, like I said, we did our front post double crochet, and now we're going to do 3 single crochets to the end. Always chain 1. Always turn your work around. After you chain 1, I want you to see. And this is a textured stitch. Absolutely is. So now we're going to do our single crochet again. So we're going to start our 2-row repeat. Single crochet right across. If you make a mistake, and you could, and you don't remember, oh, I did a single crochet, and you make 2 single crochets, rows, don't worry about it. You're going to pull it out. You'll fix it, and you'll be fine. So here's your single crochets in every stitch across. So I wanted to show you this stitch because I really do love it. It's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stitch. And we're just going to do this right across and do our single crochets. Now, I want to mention that when you're done with whatever you're done with, my suggestion is you end with a row of single crochets and a row of double crochets. And I'm going to show you why. And I'm going to show you what it looks like when you end that way. That is my suggestion. You don't have to do that, but if you'd want to, it's good. If you don't want to, that's fine. But I suggest that's how you end. There's your single crochets right across. You always chain 1 and turn your work. Now you're going to do 3 single crochets across, and after this row I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. And now we're going to do our front post double crochet, and see what I mean? See, there's your single crochet right there. You're going to just go in the back, and you're going to go back there and do your front post double crochet. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to do another one. And these, sometimes depending on the yarn, these crochet hooks tend to make a little bit of noise. So I just wanted to mention that as well. So now we're going to do our 3 single crochets. So we're going to make our single crochets, and we're going to do 3 right in here. So I like to always show you, we're going to make 3 single crochets. Right in there, and make up 3 single crochets. Now we're going to make our back post double crochet. And I'm going to go out a little bit so you can see what's going on here better. But I like to do a little bit of a close-up so you can actually see where I'm going. But not so much so that it's going to drive you crazy. So now we're going to do a single crochet in the next 3 stitches. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. And now we're going to do our front post double crochets in the next 3 spaces, and another front post double crochet, and another front post double crochet right there. And now our 3 single crochets. So we're going to do 1, we're going to do 2, and we're going to do 3. Now this is how I would end. I would chain 1 as you always do. I would do a row of single crochets, in every stitch across, and I'm going to pull out a little bit here, and we're going to just do our single crochets in every stitch across. And we're going to go right across and do our single crochets Now, after you do that, because don't forget, this is your ending. Instead of chaining one, chain one, chain two. Turn your work around. In this very first stitch, you're going to put a double crochet right in this first stitch where you made the chain two. And we're going to do a double crochet right across. My little and we're going to do a double crochet right across. So I'm going to just pull that a little bit so I can just go right across. And if you want to fast forward me to go to the end, you can. I don't want to get and you're going to go in every stitch, every single crochet from below, you're going to make a double crochet above. So you're going to hit every stitch and you're just going to make a double crochet in each one. And then your last double crochet. Now this is the way I would end, and this is why I'm saying this, because when you go to do it, you're going to see that the beginning looks like this and the end will look just about the same so that it looks uniform. Now I just want to mention, if you wanted to, you could make a square this size. This is like I did 24. And you could make squares of this size and put them all together. You could end it with another color at the end if you wanted to, or just put them together in squares, because this is a really pretty pattern. You can do a lot with this. Don't be afraid to find your own way and make whatever you want, how you want to make it. So don't be afraid to challenge the pattern in ways that you want to. So you can do that. So this is what it looks like. And if I come out a little bit, you're going to see where this is the top of it and how the top looks. And this is the bottom. So to me, it gives a more uniformed look, not only to the sides, but the bottom. So my suggestion, single crochet row, then a double crochet row, and you're golden. But if you don't want to end it that way, you don't have to. So here it is. And here is the weave stitch, sort of a breakaway from the basket weave, and it just gives it a different look. And here it is in the white. And like I said, very simply, I did that. I ended this with the white, and this was all single crochets. So now what I would do is I would chain one, turn my work around, and just do 3 single crochets right across. 1, 2, 3. And then what I would do, your next step is to make your front post double crochets. And front post, because you're going in from the front, and you're making your front post double crochets, and you're going to make 3. And I want to show you, I like to show you how it looks in the 2 different colors. This is the white. Then you're going to make your single crochets, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to make your front post, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to make your single crochets. So sets of 3 single crochets and set of 3 front post double crochets, and you are golden. And we're going to finish this off. Now your 3 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, and there it is in the white. So I want to show you the colors, because I like to do that. I like to. So here it is in the white. Here it is in the blue. You can make it in any color you want. And like I said, now if I was finishing this, I would chain 1 and make a single crochet right across. I would make them right across if I was finishing this. And I would make my single crochets right to the end. And that would be, to me, my ending if I was making a scarf. And this is a nice pattern for a scarf because it's it's heavy enough that if it'll keep you, let's just say it will keep you warm. A shawl, absolutely. Also metallic yarns for this with the shawl if you wanted to make a fancy shawl if you were going somewhere. But this is just a really, really baby blanket, absolutely very warm for this time of the year. We haven't gotten any snow where we are here in my area, but I'm sure a lot of you have. And this would be very, very warm for an Afghan or a baby blanket. And see, I'm finishing off with my single crochet, chain 1, chain 2, turn my work around, and then make a double crochet in that first stitch. And then I'm going to double crochet it right to the end because I want to finish this off to me so that it looks the same as the bottom. And that's what I would be doing if I was all done with this. Again, you would crochet a multiple of 6, 6 plus 6 plus 6, until you get to your desired length. And here we go across with our double crochet ending. And again, this is a 2-row repeat with the single crochet and then your 3 single crochets and your 3 front post crochets. And here it is. I'm almost done with this. I wanted to make sure that I like to make sure that, I show it to you and you say, yep, I got it. I'm visual. I got it. She gave me a chance to write it down. I like to do that as well. I like to give you a chance to sit down and write it down so that you can say, okay, well, I wrote this down and I can do it tomorrow. And there's the single crochets. And like I said, at the bottom, I wanted to do a shorter version so you could see at the bottom and the top. But see in the middle, there's your single crochets and your front post double crochets, single crochets. And I would just want to show you the 2. So this is Maria from Crochet A to Z. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial of the weave stitch minus the basket weave. So this is Maria again from Crochet A to Z. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please like this so that the algorithms will get it out there. Sorry, it's the end of the day, and it's been a long couple of weeks of crocheting, baking, and cooking the last couple of days. So excuse me if I'm tongue twisted today. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. So if you have, please like. It will get the algorithms out there. And if you haven't joined, please join our community. It's a great community. I have a lot more in store for this season coming up, for the holidays coming up, you know, for Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Easter, and going forward. So please, this is Maria from Crochet A to Z. Thank you. Have a great day. Please subscribe. Please like. And please stay safe, stay warm.